So I've been speaking to a lot of people, and they've been saying that they're struggling with the inner development, and especially with it being Halloween today. And the veil is really thin today, so it's really imperative about people developing or using this time or any spiritual times in order to develop the inner self. So what I'm going to do is talk about inner development, and I'll see you after this intro. See you shortly. So welcome back. My name is Jay. I'm from Karnak Holistics, where we learn together and we grow together in the sight of God. So today, as I said, I'm going to speak about inner development, and the importance of using these kind of festivals and spiritual changes or spiritual times that come about, like Halloween, where the veil is really short and really thin, so we can speak to the other side. And also, for example, you've got summer solstice and things like that, any kind of spiritual important days and full moons, things of that nature, how you should be using those to develop yourself and cleanse yourself, and also help yourself to grow. Now, many times I've seen so many people, I know so many people actually that are practicing, that do the work, and then they find that they get bunged up and stressed because of they are so bogged down by stuff. And I always say, well, do you cleanse? Do you sit in a full moon? Do you meditate? Do you kind of like have your spiritual baths? Do you put your protections around you? And they go, well, yeah, I do it as much as I can, but I don't know if I can be bothered. And I'm going, well, what do you bloody expect? You know, if you don't do the cleansing and you don't do the clearing, you're going to be bogged down with all the things that you are taking off these different people. Remember, we are just a magnet. We are hypersensitive magnets. And every time we work with someone, we take on their stuff. And we must learn to cleanse and clear. And it's not saying that these people that you work with are bad. It's just that that's our job, is to take and remove that stuff from them. Yes, I hear you people say to me, yeah, but if you're removing it, why you have to cleanse? I'm saying, well, when you cleanse something, you're still going to get some crap off of you. When a doctor operates on someone, he doesn't operate and then he's going to be totally clean. He's going to have blood on him. He's going to have, or her, they're going to have blood on them. The butcher, when a butcher cleans the carcass, they have some form of residue on them. This is the same thing. We are a channel, so we don't want people or their energy to remain on us, so it's important that we totally and always cleanse. Now, I hear people say to me, how many times should we cleanse? How often should we cleanse? How long is a piece of string? I mean, I'll say once a week minimum, because it depends how often you're working. Because for me, I at least do 2 to 3 times a week cleansing, whether it's meditation or whether it's just using the aura or the energies and using the white light, or whether I'm having a spiritual bath or a spiritual shower. Either way, I'm trying to cleanse and help myself clearer. If you can't do that, you're not going to be on your best performance when you're working with your clients, or when you're working with people. When you're doing healing, if you've still got crap from somebody else, you're not going to be able to help the other person properly and really identify what their problem is. And if you still think, oh, well, I can do it later on and maybe you get back. No, you know what? It will just end up it will help you. It will make sure it will end up you going into the dark night of the soul, and it's something you don't actually want to be in, because it's not a good place to remain or to be at. So I always say to people, look, you know what, you do the work. It's important that you do the work. God's sent you to do the work, but you must make sure that you have a regular slot, in your timetable, in your journal, that you make sure that you have, or in your diaries, that you are totally cleansing, that you are clearing. Not just that, you need to cleanse the places you're working, the tools that you work with, the spiritual things that you use, the bed that you use for Reiki, the crystals that you use, put them in the full moon. the house that you live in, because when you come back from working with somebody or a person leaves the house, you need to cleanse the place. It's before cleansing and after cleansing in order to make sure all the stuff is gone. The other part is as well that we overlook is for the fact is that we don't look about our own inner development, how we can advance ourselves to grow and get a bit stronger and better, and maybe learn something new to help us become a better shaman or a better become a better wizard or a better witch. Depends what it is. And it's important that we all keep developing, we keep our head strong, we keep our focus, because if we continue to just, go by the wayside and just go and say, oh, well, I'll do it whenever I can be bothered, or, if you're getting inspired action to go on a course, and my good friend Jade always thinks I'm always complaining that she's always in courses, and it's not about that. What I'm saying is for the fact is that, do you need to not her, but people I know has resit the same course over and over again? But why? When you should be developing yourself. And I was saying to her, if it's beneficial, then make sure it's beneficial for you about your development. Jade is a talented and gifted medium and clairvoyant. And just like her, many people don't know their true potential. And this is the problem when I work with people or when I work with mediums and clairvoyants. I see them and I see their development, and if they're great potential. And I'm saying, I wish you can see what I see. It's like me looking at you now, right? Me looking over your shoulder, and me looking over your shoulder, trying to turn around and go, look, this is what I see, but you can't see it. But this is what I'm trying to portray to you, what your life is going to be like if you do the work. I remember when I was first doing it, and I was working with my grandfather, Chief, and he was going, I see great things for you. I see you leading meditations. I see you developing, teaching, and so on and so on. And I'm like, well, you know what? I can even meditate for 5 minutes. I can even meditate for 2 minutes. I can even just keep focused. I can understand what I was doing right at the beginning. But with practice, I learned that if I focused on each and individual thing I do at the task that he showed me, I would learn and I would grow. And now I can sit in meditation for a hell of a long time. And it's not necessarily that I'm sitting in meditation for a reason. It's that I sit in meditation to cleanse my mind. And I know with certain times when you meditate, it opens up your door for spirit to be able to communicate, or your guides to be able to communicate with you. Because if you don't, you're going to have to keep opening up, going to them, and then switching off. But if you're got that connection, right? Yeah, you got the connection, right? You can open up and then do the work, and just consciously using your conscious just to shut down and close all your chakras. And that's what I do. So I just want to leave that with you, as it's a short one, especially it's Halloween today, and I just want to put out there that this is the time when the veils a lot thinner, and it's a time when we can do our amazing work. So, and also don't forget, we come up to Christmas and also come up to the New Year. So prepare yourself for cleansing for the New Year, because do a big massive one for next year, because remember, we're coming out of this dark times and we're getting into the new time. So do it, get ready, move forward, let's strive, let's bring our guides and our Ascended Masters down to help humanity, and also to help Gaia, Mother Earth, who needs us. We need as much love on this planet to heal this planet as possible. Now, I leave my love with you. Stay blessed, stay safe, and look after yourself, but don't forget to look after you. Namaste.